Welcome back to another crypto video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're doing absolutely fantastic despite this absolute violent, morbid bloodbath that we are experiencing, and I hope it doesn't have a debilitating effect on your mental health. So just sail through these waves, because you know the best thing to do is either just not react or dollar cost average where possible. Not financial advice, of course. But yeah, it looks pretty crazy at the moment. So Bitcoin must hold the $42k level, which is pretty much just over here. And if things do break this support along here at that 40 to 42k more significantly, it's probably a good idea to maybe flip short. So today we're going to check out Fantom. Things don't look good all around. So it's a whole market perspective. It's not just Fantom, it's everything as a catalyst, because Bitcoin is the catalyst here, pulling everything down with it into the depths of Mordor. And of course, thank you very much to Mub, Peter, Alp and Kara, lovely patrons. So thank you very much, guys. Do become a patron if you want some exclusive benefits. Got an ebook coming out which I think you'll benefit from massively, about the art of holding. So today we're going to look at Fantom, and we were talking about Fantom basically taking either of these paths, and it looks like it may potentially take this yellow path now. So on the daily time frame, we've seen that the price has been increasing with the RSI, so there's not technically any bearish divergence there, and it doesn't look bad at all. But we are getting that rollover, and that's what we want to talk about, because we basically bounce off that 267 support, and we're still heading downwards. We're still losing that momentum, as you can see, but the RSI is kind of leveling off here. So what we need to ensure is that we don't get a huge sell-off, and I don't think we are with the amount of momentum that we've had from Fantom. I think we are going to see that RSI come back up, but really, really important that basically we hold this vertical support, because what we don't want to happen is we lose support at 267, and then we end up taking our way back down to the lower levels of support, such as $2.44, and then we'll be putting through a low that is basically lower than the previous high, and it'll be kind of reflecting a bit of a downtrend, and we don't really want to see that. On the 4-hour time frame, we are back under that 20-day moving average, which is usually quite a bearish sign. So it's not looking significantly good for Fantom right now, but it's not looking significantly good for anything, and I believe that's because the whales are manipulating the market just so they can get the best ROI on Q1 2022, and they're using that by creating as much fear as they possibly can. And this reminds me of May, June 2021 all over again. So what I think is really important is we hold this range, this 267, otherwise we could possibly come down to the next level of support, which would be basically around 249, and then looking at 225. So that 249 level would mean that we're pretty much coming to the previous swing low, and that's what we want to avoid. We want to get another swing high. We want to pump back up to $3.15 in order to see us push through to $3.50 and get to those previous all-time highs where we can see these bigger levels, because I'm super bullish on this project. There's no reason not to be. If we jump into the hourly chart, we can see we still didn't get oversold on the RSI, so it looks pretty solid still. And that wick does demonstrate there's a significant amount of buying pressure around that 260 zone every single time. The whales do not want this to get dumped on. And actually, it looks like we've got a perfect double bottom forming, but we failed to break the neckline over there. And I don't know if that's just because of the rest of the market getting absolutely wrecked over here, but it probably could be. So what I would like to potentially happen here is we get a nice bounce off 267, we retest this support level one more time, and then we make our way back up to 317, and then make our way through to $3.48. But we're going to need a lot more volume for that to happen. We're going to need Bitcoin to flip kind of bullish again, and right now it's either consolidating in its place or it's still in a downtrend. It's too early to tell right now, and that's the main gist of things really. I really hope that Fantom does not lose support here at 264, because the next levels are going to be 240, as you can see, and the level below that will be 220-ish, and then we've got 192 as well. So pretty scary times. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's about it really for Fantom. So Fantom is trading at 277. It's still ranked 28 with a 7.137 billion market cap, and just good times are ahead. Don't panic right now just because we're down 11% over the 24 hours. We're still up 75% over the last month. So unless you're hopping on green candles and basically FOMOing in, you should not be panicking right now. And we can see on the total value locked, it's still a significant $5.78, which is very good. The same amount as a very bullish November. So don't worry, the TVL is looking good. Everything is healthy. Hodl this coin. But I will say one thing: if we do get wrecked, and absolutely wrecked, it is likely. Yes, you might not like this. I mean, bullish scenario, of course, we're going to see the $4 price range. Bearish scenario, if Bitcoin loses support at 40 to 42k, effectively, we're probably, it's very likely we'll even break support at $2 and come back to these much lower ranges, because it always happens eventually that the price always does come back down to its 0.618 to 0.786 at the end of its uptrend. It usually always happens. It doesn't matter how bullish, how bearish, what the project is. It happened here in this impulse, retrace, impulse. There is going to be a retracement. It's just how it works. You get distribution at the top, and that's when you see the retracement. So it's going to happen at some point. You just don't know where the top is in order to find your retracement levels. So right now, you could say it's between 190 and 158, where we could come back down to if the scenario is super bearish. And that's the way I look at every single project. That's why I highlight this as a accumulation opportunity. And that's why Fibonacci retracements, I think, are one of the most powerful tools that you can use. And they're so simple to use. Anyone can use them. So hope you like the video. Do subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment down below if you like the content. As you can tell, I'm a little bit tired, so I'm just trying to wake up right now. Maybe I'm going to get myself a bit of an espresso. What do you think? Yeah, I think that sounds good. Right. See you in the next one, guys. Bye now.